When I think about the generational love for photography, it started with my Aunt LMA. She had her house full of photos of her children, of her family members. Growing up and seeing that, it was something that really resonated because as I got older, I realized a lot of people don't have family photos. They don't have those stories. They don't have this connection to their ancestors in that way. So for me, it started there. This space is the Thule Park Cultural Center. It is a historical space full of amenities on the south side of Chicago and Chatham. We are in the photography space, and so here we have a full studio. We have libraries of different work from Aperture magazines to the Gordon Park Foundation mini library, a whole range of artists being showcased. For a lot of us, we've been told like, hey, you can't do art. It's not available, it's not here. And so we brought it here through this space. A dark room is exactly what it sounds like. It's a dark space. The dark room we're in is all painted black. There's usually no means of light that comes in. Any light exposure to the film or even the paper will expose it and it will ruin what you're trying to make and what you're trying to print. In our dark room, we use red lights because that range of light is pretty safe and neutral enough for you to be able to pull out your light sensitive photo paper and then make the enlargement, which is what you typically need the dark room for. We have loaded our film into a carrier. If I get it to a space where I think, oh, that's good focus, I'm gonna use this grain finder. I am making sure there's the right amount of grain that I'm desiring and wanting. I'm gonna double check my aperture. And from there, we have the image that we wanna print. And now we're gonna load it into our easel. And then from the easel, we're gonna set our timer here. So we're gonna start off, do it 3 seconds. We'll take the photo out of that easel, we'll put it into our chemical, and then we'll start agitating it. When you first take a photo, there's different chemicals that are on that film. Silver halide crystals, once that's exposed to the developer, which is the first chemical we use, those crystals then start to change and that photo starts to then be exposed. We then use a stop chemical that tells those crystals to stop so it doesn't get too dark, they don't go too big and enlarge, so that that focal can actually be in range and in focus for you to be able to view it. After that, we then use a third chemical that's called fixer, and that fixer basically balances out the photo. So for me, I like to think about it like it's contrasting it. It's making sure your blacks are blacks, your whites are white. And then afterwards, we put it in a water rinse to rinse all of those chemicals off. But once you really get the science down, you kind of sort of could get the photos to come out exactly how you want. And then once we dry it, it's done. Folks are coming back to photography and analog photography specifically. I think they need to disconnect to reconnect. We live in such a fast world, and so I really think folks want to slow down. You have to listen to the camera, the rewind, the levers. You got to listen when you're doing the agitation. You have the autonomy to decide what you want to contrast, how much time you're exposing. It's so many little micro decisions that goes into the artwork. It's you in the paper, it's you in the enlarger, it's you in that film. And I think that's something that is so priceless right now.
I actually started my photography practice with digital photography, and since partaking in the Darkroom Chicago, I've been so lucky and grateful to be able to learn about the beautiful medium of film photography. I think when you have rolls of film with a certain number of images, you really start to think about what's the priority here. Rather than just shooting and editing and pulling hundreds of images, you only normally have about 20 to 30 shots. And so I think it's really trained my eye and my mind to think, what's important in this moment now? What story am I trying to tell?
A year ago, we met this space and it was a basement. And we had learned that over time, different photographers in the community would come here, they would work, they would steward the space. That collective responsibility. How do we continue the traditions of our generations and of those who come before us? I recently learned since being here that there was a film lab that was owned by Black folks on 87th and Kenwood. It was called PhotoCell. And we had 5 of the 6 staff members from PhotoCell here in the space. And they shared about running a Black-owned film lab on the south side of Chicago back in the 70s and 80s. And I tried to look it up. I tried to Google, and there was nothing to be found. There is no other knowledge or source of that information besides those living individuals. When there's nothing to be found, we think that something doesn't exist. And so I think for us, making those connections, realizing it's about film photography, but it's not about film photography. It's about our community, it's about our legacy, it's about honoring those who come before us, And it's about continuing to learn, especially about these analog practices that folks are believing are dying, but we're still here keeping them alive.